Alright, so I'm an idiot, and apparently their memory card wasn't even in this camera, but today is November 5th, 2014. I was watching YOD and VPCO pre-market. I missed the spike. I was going to get in at around 280 because I noticed that it was selling off a little bit, but then it sped up. And so I was going to jump in at 280, 290-ish levels. I wish I would have because it hit 336 as a high of today so far. It's up on news. They were saying you on demand to, sorry, that's their reporting. You on demand Xiaomi to invest $1 billion in video content worth $10, says Chardon. So they think it's worth 10 bucks. I haven't looked up who Chardon is, which is probably super important, but they say it's worth $10. And right now it's at $3. So I noticed at the 1 year chart, 1 year and 2 year, there's a lot of big spikes that actually do go pretty high. I wouldn't be surprised if this hits 350 today or tomorrow. Looks like VPCO. I was gonna get in on that as well. It's a vapor company. I don't know why it was up, but it was up about 8%, and it spiked up to 340. So about the same level. It's kind of doing the same thing as YOD. It's dropped down, and now it's at 301. I might pick up a couple shares. Let's take a look at the 1 year. 1 year has been declines, so there's nothing really too appealing to me about this. Recently, back in October 10th, on October 10th, it reached $1 or $2, so it's triple the price right now. So, I mean, vapors are huge these days, but obviously there's no news out, so there's nothing really driving this 8% right now. So I'm a little wary on that. You on demand, I wish I would have got into that, but I mean, there's only so much you can do. I could have made a quick $100. Looking at ISR still today. I'm looking at FC as well as MEIL. MEIL is actually up to 127, so it's up $125 if I remember right. Yeah, 125.58. So I'm still negative. I'm hoping to sell this above 150, hopefully. If not, then I might sell for quite a big loss. RGLS is actually 1971, so it's down quite a bit, actually. 50 cents, I want to say, from yesterday. And then hopefully it continues to go lower. I know this thing bounces in the afternoon, as well as earnings does come out this afternoon, so I'm hoping that'll drive it a little bit lower so that I can get out with not so bad of a loss. Yeah, so that's our positions for now. This is sweet news that I like to see, because the cheaper gold gets, the more I can buy later. And I plan on buying some after basic when I come back, and then selling it if it goes up $1 or $2. Plan on buying at least 500 ounces of silver.
It's a crowded trade, but if you faded that in the last 2 weeks, it's been fairly painful, so I'm not quite sure I think it can continue its route. Well, that's the thing. A lot of people think that the dollar index could strengthen from here, and I know that you've said to me before, it's hard to pick levels right now for gold, but if you have to do it, where's gold going? Well, I think the psychological level of 1100 is important, but 1050 is a really big number. It's Goldman's called. It's also some technical levels there too. And I think, again, we got to get above 1180 if you're going to get a bounce out of this. Okay, one last question real quick on silver taking a beating worse than gold right now. What's happening in the silver market? Well, the silver market had a lot more longs still in play in the ETF, so there was that big long overhang. So as gold goes, so does silver, but obviously silver will decline a little bit faster because a lot of longs are getting out. Tom, thanks so much. Guys, back to you. Jackie, thank you. Let's get a market flash with Don Chu. All right, so let's talk about the casinos. Check out what's happening.
So it's a done deal. I'm the proud owner of ISORAY Inc. I have 365 shares at $1.59. Current price is $1.60, so I'm a cent up. I plan on holding this. If it reaches 180 before I leave, I'll sell it, and then I'll wait for it to drop if it does again. It all depends on the news. All right, so RGLS is at 1898. Alright, if it's still trading by then, it looks like it's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it's going to be about 3 p.m., which is after hours trading, which is after the after hours trading. So it looks like we might have to take a look at this tomorrow pre-market. Sometimes they still trade even after those specified hours. I've seen a couple of companies still move, but I believe that actual trading here in the US does cease at 3 p.m. So today is November 5th, 2014. Markets are closed. Positions are held, as well as we initiated a new position in ISR. We have 365 shares of ISR and at a price of about $1.59. I'll hold that till at least $1.79 to hopefully make a profit of, what is that, about $70, 20 cents, which would be $50 after commission. If not, if I take off the basic, I'm going to actually go ahead and hold on to that until I come back, and hopefully it'll be a lot higher, or they might be bought out, or whatever news does happen. I'm not saying they will be bought out, I'm saying there's a possibility, because there was talk about it not too long ago. So these are my positions that I'm holding right now, and I'm going to go ahead and do so for the next couple days. Peace.